So I'm Vincent Pasquier and I'm from Deuxième, Grenoble. Here I'm a PhD student and I'm working on industrial relations, and my question is to understand how labor unions renew thanks to new technologies. In Style we're involved in the work package 4, which is about policy transfer, and I'm really particularly focused on one specific program that we found really amazing because it's a program that started at the European level and then has been transferred to France, but not at the national scale, at the local scale. And that's one of the reasons why it manages to infuse progressively to all over France, because it proved locally that it was efficiently fighting against youth unemployment, and it spread out through France over like the 10 past years. And it's an amazing program, really efficient, and that's what I'm focused on, how this program, born in Europe, has been transferred locally to France and eventually diffused all over France because it was well thought, insightful, and efficient program. That's specifically for youth, that's specifically for NEET. So that's for young people that are really far from employment, that are not in education or training, so that are doing nothing and that are supposed to be really far from employment. So they go to this school, which is called Second Opportunity School, École de la Deuxième Chance, and they go there, and this school offers really alternative programs, and they are doing, to some extent, what's the opposite of what regular schools do, and that's one of the reasons of the success of the program. And we found it also really intriguing and interesting and fascinating for those reasons, because, well, they have been born in a really specific fashion from Europe to local, and then they are redoing education from a really different fashion, and that's one also of the ingredients of the success of the program. The idea is really to help youngsters to enter a job market, but in order to do so, they have to have the basics. It's like basic in reading, counting, and in presenting. So the idea is to reconnect with the basic knowledge, but really basic, and to give confidence for youngs to follow their own path and to follow their own project. One of the problems in France is that diploma for youth and is really crucial, and that's one of the specificity of France, and they have been trying to tackle the problem in another way, and saying that it's not compulsory that the diploma that matters, that should matter, but that's the competency. And this program is trying to provide the right competency, not compulsorily the right diploma. And this is, to that extent, answering a really specific French need. And this might be the reason why it's worked really well in France. It proved to be really efficient, but not so much in other countries, because the diploma issue was not so crucial in other countries as it is in France. I'm amazingly lucky to have such a program as part of my PhD, because, well, it's at the international level with top scholars. We are investigating a really brilliant and vibrant question that needs answers. So, and that's not the case of any programs. That's really a question that drives me, and I'm working with an international team within my French business school, and plus we are now connecting at the broader scale at the European level, and I'm working with fantastic scholars from other universities. And for instance, we met some Dutch academics who are leading a really emergent bottom-up project in the Netherlands, and that's, well, an amazing opportunity to discuss with such persons who are working on that question from a practitioner point of view and from a research point of view. And, well, that's an amazing opportunity to have the possibility to meet such people leading such projects from both practitioner and research perspective. So, well, I find myself particularly lucky to be part of the STYLE project.